So, I'm actually going to be trying to celebrate Pride Month here, huh? Look, it's no secret that in 2025, having any kind of optimism for the state of this dogshit country I inhabit is, let's face it, kind of impossible if you're both queer and your name isn't Dave Rubin. So, if I'm going to make a couple Pride Month videos this month, I'm going to have to delve into my personal journey if I want this series to become anything other than more fuel to the fire of doom posting. But I'm little else but a white, cisgender gay, and if I'm going to do this month any justice, I have to address the massive elephant hanging over this entire conversation. Cis gay men, this is gonna sound harsh, but this month ain't gonna be about you nearly as much as it has been in the past. I get it. You and I both feel like our rights are up on the chopping block, and we're certainly in line for our rights being taken away, but we are far from at the front of that line right now. No, the group we as gay cis people need to throw our support behind is the trans community. Because if you haven't been friends with a trans person for the past few years, I guarantee you that they have it far worse than you right now, and it is not even a fucking contest. Case in point, the bill that just passed the House of Reps recently. Trans people can no longer use Medicare to receive gender-affirming care. Not just trans kids, trans adults as well. And this isn't just designed to generate intense discomfort for trans people. This kills them. If a person is fully transitioned to their preferred gender, their bodies do not produce their own estrogen or testosterone in the levels needed to have a functioning endocrine system. This bill essentially forces them to beg private insurers to continue living or accept a slow and painful death. This bill is an act of genocide. And since the United States owns the United Nations, no foreign country is going to have the courage to call it what it is. No foreign country is going to accept trans people as asylum seekers. No foreign country is going to help them escape or try the US for crimes against humanity, because if they do, the US will use the massive gun it has pointed at the head of the world to silence that dissent with sanctions and lethal force. So, cis gays, especially white cis gays, don't be a traitor this month. I've seen 2 or 3 of you fuckers around who try to claim that for some reason, being trans is too far. And if you are that flavor of transphobe, or honestly any flavor of transphobe, gay or straight, I suggest you take a good, long look in the mirror and have a think about why your heart is so fucking rotten. Preferably while you have a rope in one hand and a stool in the other. This next bit of advice goes for everyone, not just the gays, but the straight allies as well. If you have money to spare, give it to trans causes and also directly to trans people. I have 2 resources linked down below. One gives HRT to struggling trans people, and the other advocates for trans rights in Washington. In addition, there are plenty of trans people on Blue Sky trying to flee the US or pay their rent or do whatever they have to do to survive. Give to those whenever you can as well. And also, seek out mutual aid groups in your community to help out with your spare time and money. Beyond that, listen to trans people. Listen to them when they tell you how to help them out better than any of the ways I've listed, because they know how to help them better than I do. Listen to them when they say things are getting worse and we need to start preparing for the worst, because they were right the last time and they're right this time as well. If the worst comes to pass and you need to help trans people evade law enforcement, do not be a fucking coward. Do not cooperate with the police. Do not tell them about anyone who you think is trans. Do not tell them about anyone who you know is trans. Help trans people with shelter and food and money and transport whenever you can. And for the love of God, do not post about your fucking activism. There are resources far better than I for knowing how to plan and prepare for a protest, a general strike, community self-defense, or community direct action. Seek those out. If you're trans and anything I've said here needs correcting or isn't accurate, or even if it's tone deaf and not helpful to your community right now, please tell me, and tell me bluntly. I am not afraid to make retractions and pin messages in the comments that get people closer to your truth. All queer people should be able to live their lives free from the oppression of fascist governance, fascist corporations, and fascist populaces. Gay men, do not forget that you owe your trans and non-binary and intersex comrades a debt of gratitude. The fact that us gays are occasionally in Disney movies and openly allowed to participate in the meat grinder of Forever Wars had better not fucking distract us from that this year. More to come this Pride Month. Stay tuned.